Okay guys, this is the inspiration of the dress, and this is our dress. If this is what you're interested in watching, let's dive into the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay guys, in today's video, this is the fabric we'll be using to make this dress. This 3.5 yards of fabric, this silk fabric, this is what I used. So if you want to make your own dress, use 4 yards of fabric to work well, better, to do justice to it more. So these are the measurements I need: the shoulder, bust, under bust, waist, hip and full length. Everything is divided by 4 minus the shoulder. The shoulder is divided by 2. Then your half length is 16. The skirt length I'm using for that's the where the backs, curvy backs is 12. So I'll minus the 16 and 12. That's 16 plus 12 is 28. So I'll minus it from the full length, which is 58. I'll have 30. So the gathers at the down you are seeing is 30, but by adding 2 inches allowance, that's making 32. So before further ado, let's dive into the video guys. So if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to see YouTube content today as this, then you can like and comment. Thank you. The zipper allowance is the place facing you like this, the one you are seeing like this. The one closed, the 4 edges closed, the one facing my side. So you have to fold it into 4. One for the front. This is the front, this is the back. So I'll be measuring my shoulder. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So I'm using this white edge as my starting line. So my shoulder slant, I'll go down by 1 inch to slant my shoulder. This is my shoulder slant. So my neck width I'll be working with for this dress is 3.5. I'll be working with 3.5. Both the back and the front. The depth for the back is, I want a high neck, is 1.5. I'll be using 1.5. Then my back neckline is, I'll go as low as 4 inches. That's how open I want it to be. You can go higher, but this is the 4 inches I want for my own. So I'll connect this my shoulder slant to my neckline. Connect my shoulder slant to my neckline. The 1 inch slant to my neckline. So to get your bust, your armhole, you divide your armhole, your bust by 6 plus. What I do is I divide my bust by 6, then plus 1.5. My bust is 37 divided by 6 is 6.1. Then adding 1.5 is making 7.6. So I'll make it approximately 8. That's what I'll be measuring here. From this our shoulder slants 1 inch, my armhole 8. Then my under bust is 10. I will go 10.5. My bust point, sorry. Then my under bust is 13.5. Then my half length is 16. Then I'll be using this one, the 1 inch, that's 17, as my sewing allowance for the shoulder and for the down part. So I have to drag my lines out. So this is my bust point, my under bust and my waistline. My half length is 16. That's my half length. You see, you need your pin to secure this kind of fabric. Once you are using this kind of fabric, you need your pin always. So now, this is my shoulder. I'll drag it down. Then I'll look for the midpoint of my shoulder. The midpoint will be 4 inches. So this is my midpoint. Then I'll go in by 1/2 inch to get the curve side of the armhole. Then I'll from this edge I'll go in by 1. So that's how I'll get the curve part of my dress. I'll curve it to the side. Let me draw. This is my chest line. Let me just draw the line so that I can differentiate my chest line from the bust line. So my bust is 37 divided by 4 is 9.25. So I'll put the 9.25 here. 9.25 is it. Plus 1.5 inches for my sewing allowance. Guys, like I said before, I'm cutting both the back and front of this dress. When I'm done, I will now divide the fabrics, bring out the front to cut out the neckline of the front. This is the back neckline, but I'll cut out this back first. So this is my bust. Then my under bust is 32 divided by 4, that's 8 inches plus 1.5. This is my bust points. This is my chest line. I'm using the same thing here for the chest line. So my under bust is 8. Plus 1.5 inch. Then my waist is 31. 31 divided by 4 is 7.5. 7.5 plus 1.5. Guys, if you feel like using that, you can. But this dress, I don't need it that, yes. But if you want to use it that, you can use it that for your own. So I'll just connect this part to the waistline. So let me use my pin to secure as the fabric is dragging itself. So this is it for the front and the back. Then I'll show you how to cut the neckline once I'm done. So we have to cut it now. I'll start from my starting line. These are 1/2 inches. I'll still go deeper inside. You don't cut both the back and the front armhole together. You cut it separately. I'll still go inside of this front armhole. So this is my shoulder slant. This is the back neckline. So I have to cut the sides. So guys, this is what we have. So I'll be cutting a facing for this dress, but before then, let me cut out the front neckline, because I'm going to be doing that separately. So for this monostrap neckline, you will check where you want it to be. Yes, anywhere you want your own to be, that's where you will use. But for me, I'm using the left side. Let me turn it to the front. I'm using the left side. I'll check my zipper allowance where it is, the one that is the left side. That's what I'll be using. So this is the left side of my back. So this is where my mono strap will be, this left side. So I will align the shoulder and the armhole together. make sure they are together. The shoulder and the armhole, make sure they are together. So see it, let me use my pin because this is a silk fiber. I need to work with it. You know, I went down by 4. The neck measurement, I went down. So from here now, I'll measure my 4 I went down with. Yes. So from here, the shoulder here, I'll measure the 4. Okay, I think I should go down by 4.5. Let me add half inches, 4.5, because this customer wants it to be a little bit revealing. So here, I'll go down by 4.5. So that's how we got our mono strap. It's not that you're cutting it slanted, you're cutting it curvy. It has to be curved. So just see the way I'm going to be doing it. From this neckline now, I'll carry it down to that side. From this neckline, so the fabric is stretchy, that's why. So I'll now cut. Cut. I want to check how many. Just the 4, the half inches, the knots. So I'll still go down. That my half inches, I will not cut it out together with it. Are you seeing that it's giving that mono strap look? So this is how it is. This is how the front is and the left side. This is the left side. This is where I'm using. So I'll be cutting a facing for this. You know, initially I cut out the armhole together. The half inches I went inside. Yeah, that's the half inches at the front. But how it is the half inches, the front back armhole is supposed to be deeper than the back. I see with half inches. That's how it is. So I'll finish cutting the facing for each of the fabric. This is the facing. I'm using facing for them. This for this one. Just cut a facing that suits it. Then this for the front. This is the front. This is the front facing. Oh, this is it. So these are the facing for it. So I'll be joining like this. So these are it. So let me cut. Okay guys, after I was done cutting, I said I'll show you something at the back. So you see that the zipper allowance is not aligned. They don't look the same, and we can't face one zip up then one down. So you have to make it to align with each other. Yes. So in this case, we'll just slant and go inside this zipper allowance, inside the other part, so that it will be equal. So you still need to go again. So you do the same for the facing too. So see it, this better. So you do the same for your facing. Same for this other part. This one is just little thing you need to take out. Just here. So you know I removed 1/2 inches from the zipper part at the back. At the back of that skirt. So I'm going to be removing same 1/2 inches on this front. You know why we are doing this? To stop our zip bulge. That's why we are doing this. So I'll go up by 1/2 inches. This is it. I'll go up by 1/2. So this is the front. This is the skirts. So this is the skirts for the gown. After the 1/2 length, this is skirt. So I'll be working with 12 inches. I added 1 inch, that's 13 for the joining of the down and the up. So this is it. So my hip is 37.5. So I'll be working with 9 inches. This is my 9. This is my hip. So my 37.5 divided by 4 is 9.3. 9.3 plus 1.5. I think I'm using the whole of this fabric. Plus 1.5. So this is it. My waistline is my waist is 31 divided by 4 is 7.75. 7.75 plus 1.5. So I'll now connect this my hip to this point here. So I'll now connect it to the line here. So this is it. So at this hip side of the waist, you know it was 13, it's supposed to be 12, but I'm supposed to be going up by 5, but because of this joining here, I'll be going up by 6. Because of the 1 inches allowance, I'll be going up by 6 inches. .5. Let me do 6.5. I join both the hemming allowance. I like putting I don't want it to be that the length is not short, it's not long the way I want it to be. So plus the 1 inch, now I'm using 5.5 plus the 1 inch, that's 6.5. That's what I'm doing here. These are the hip side. You'll be doing this. So from here I will now curve to this down part. It's not a V curve way, it's just a curvy type. So let me cut and show you how it is. This is my hip. So from the hip, I'll now go to the zipper allowance. So this is how it should be. I'm feeling here is still very, very high, long. Let me do it on top of the hip. That means it was 7 inches I mark now. If I still go a little bit on top of the hip, so I'm removing 1/2 inches extra. That's 7 inches. Total of what I'm removing now is 7 inches. Okay, this is better. This is better. So this is how it is. So in my waistline of the 1/2 length, I'm supposed to remove 1 inches here to avoid a zip bulge. So yeah, I'll move 1/2 at the back. I'll remove 1/2 then I'll remove from the top half. You just slant it into the waistline. So I'm removing half. So this is how it is. The excess of this half I'm removing is because of the back bulge. So I'll remove the half from still the half length too. So this is it. So for you to get your gathers you are using, I mark 16. That's for my short length. Then 16 plus this. You will do it at the hip side. 16 plus this. This 13. 16 plus 13. So this is it. So my full length is 58. So what I'm working with is 32 inches. If I minus this 16 from the 16 half length, then this one the 13, so I'm having 28. So if I should minus it, 28 minus 58, I'm having 30 plus 2 inches for aiming allowance. I'm having 32. So my gathers length will be 32. So now for me to get the round, that's how many widths I will need. I'll open this up. I'll now measure this edge. Are you seeing? So I have 25. So now I want it to be full. So I'll be working with 25 times 3. Yes, that's I'm cutting 25 times 3, 50, 75, 75, 75 into 2. 75 for the front, 75 for the back. That's how it is. I can as well make it 80 so that it's more fuller. 80 for the back, 80 for the front. That's how the length will be. That's how the width will be for both the front and the back. So guys, I'll show you how I join this when I'm done cutting. So this is the fabric I have left. So I want to cut the gathers for the down. The gathers for the down, I'll minus the 16 inches plus the skirt, the short curvy skirt. The short curvy skirt is 13. So I'll minus it, is 12, but with 1 inch allowance, that's it. I'll minus the 13 plus the 16. So whatever I get, that's what I'll be cutting here. But I will cut this one with the total amount I have around the skirts, each part, both front and back. The total amount I had that I showed you earlier. So this is what I'll be doing now. So this is the fabric I have left. That's what I'll be working with. So the sleeve length is 14. That's 3/4 sleeve. So I'll be adding 1 inch allowance. Why I want to cut it separately is the one that does not have the monostrap sleeve has an elastic at the shoulder. That's where the shoulder is, the armhole of the shoulder. It has elastic there. So this one just does not have elastic, just to fit the sleeves to shoulder, then put the elastic, the rope. There's the rope that they tie, that's with the fabric at the end. So I'm working with 14. Then I'll add 1 inch allowance 15. This one I'm managing the fabric. So this is the length I'm working with. Okay, we'll just do with what we have. So let me turn it this way. So I'll just be slanting a little. Since this one is one of the sleeve, I'll go down by 3 inches. I'm measuring my cap sleeve, cap height 4 inches. It's 4 that I'm using for it. So I'll just be cutting the 4 from here. Then I'll just connect the sleeve to down to this 4. There it is. That's it. Because there's no fabric, so I don't want to. So this is one of the sleeve. So I'll show you the other sleeve with this. So I'm cutting 2 of this. Yes, I'm cutting 2 of this. I'm cutting 2 of this the same way. That's what I'm cutting. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Do wait to subscribe on our channel. Okay guys, because of how bulky the tutorial is, I now splitted the sewing tutorial in our next video. Thank you.